Greetings and good day, everyone. Welcome in the 6th Asian Virtual Conference on Institutional and Action Research with the theme Empowering Education, Fostering Resilience, Pioneering Action, and Institutional Research for Sustainable Futures. This is Dr. Jomar from the Philippines. Yours truly is from the Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University in the municipality of Bacnotan in the province of La Union. I would like to greet all the presenters, social scientists, researchers, and everyone in this international conference. I am very glad to present to you the breakthroughs in our study entitled Students' Financial, Environmental, Mental, and Physical Challenges and Their Predictors, a public higher education case in a third world nation, anchored in the theme of this conference, Empowering Education and Fostering Resilience. I'd like to begin by telling you the background of the study. Yes, it is a known reality that mental health is important. Mental health is a priority. Predicting students' challenges and problems underscore the critical proximity factors that affect students' mental health and well-being. Recognizing that students are the primary stakeholders in higher education institutions, it is almost obligatory for higher education institutions to mandate quantitative assessment of prospective stressors experienced by their students. Four of the major stressors that may potentially limit students' academic performance, productivity, and longevity in a public higher education institution includes financial struggles, environmental setback, and physical as well as mental pressures. These stressors can go haywire and disable the natural ability of students to excel. It is therefore imperative to quantitatively analyze these stressors to suppress their implicit strike, simultaneously activating the inherent abilities of these prime stakeholders. This study was administered to quantitatively capture the challenges experienced by higher education students and discover their inherent predictors. Through quantitatively grasping the predictors of students' challenges, their disastrous effect to students' mental health and well being can be curtailed. In attaining the research objective, the researchers gathered quantitative data on the level of financial, environmental, mental, and physical challenges perceived by higher education students. The difference between male and female stressors were also deduced to be cognizant of the stressors that often affect females and predict those that are common in males. The potential relationship between socioeconomic status and students' challenges were also explored. Data about Mann-Whitney U determined significant differences between male and female problems. Data about Spearman-Raw determined significant relationships between challenges and socioeconomic status of public higher education students in the Philippines. This figure presents a novel conceptual and theoretical framework used for the present study called the weighing scale framework between students' stressors versus students' mental health and well-being. On the left side of the scale, higher education students form tacit knowledge through different experiences, influences, interactions, issues, and other environmental factors. Financial, environmental, mental, and physical stressors are considered as experiences that can have a massive positive or massive negative impact on the learner. The right side shows the interconnected nature of mental health and well being of students. When the experiences are highly negative on the right, it may compromise the student's mental health and well being. Contrariwise, when the experiences are highly positive, it may equally create positive benefits to students' mental health and well being. The study protocol was approved by a Philippine Health Research Ethics Board accredited institution with the RETC code 2022-260. All participants were given oral and written information about the research protocol and were furnished with written consent to take part in the study. Descriptive quantitative research design was utilized to examine students' challenges and their predictors. A total of 1,281 participants who are public higher education students in the Philippines were registered. These students, both males and females attending public higher education in the Philippines, were chosen as respondents in the present study because they are often socio-demographically challenged. The questionnaire used in this present study was developed by the authors. A content and face validation survey material was utilized to ascertain validity of all the questionnaires used. Psychometricians and social scientists validated the survey material. Results of the validation show that the questionnaire is highly valid with a validity score of 4.44. Fishbowl method was used to randomly choose 30 public higher education students in the Philippines. The randomly chosen respondents were subjected to pilot and reliability testing of the survey questionnaire used in the study. To measure the internal consistency of the questionnaires, Cronbach alpha was used with values expected to be between 0 and 1, with higher values stipulating that the survey material used was more reliable. And gentlemen, these are the salient results of the present study. Table 1 shows the level of financial challenge experienced by students. 42.70% of the respondents recognize that their family is experiencing high financial problems. This table also shows that 30.30%, that is a total of 357 students, recognize or realize that their breadwinner in the family is having high difficulty in supporting their study. Moreover, 242, that is 20.50% of the respondents perceived that they are highly challenged in not having enough money to sustain their studies. A low number of respondents identified themselves as highly challenged and extremely challenged in terms of using any gadgets or laptops for their studies. The level of environmental challenge experienced by students is presented in Figure 2. More than half of the total respondents, that is a number of 630, perceive that their parents love and support them in their undertakings. The figure also shows that 39.5% have a very low perception about feeling bad or sad that they have unstable family relationships. Furthermore, 23.60% of the respondents experience very low distractions due to other family responsibilities. Very few students experience extreme distraction. There were 306, that's 26% of the students are moderately experiencing a noisy working environment at home, and 260 or 22.1% are experiencing a low level noise in their working environment at home. Few respondents, 8.2%, were not distracted by social media and online games. Now let us look into the mental challenges perceived by the students. This is shown in table 3. It shows here that the students, 44.80% of them find it moderately difficult to comprehend the classroom lessons, while 26% find it highly difficult to comprehend these lessons. 37.2% had experienced high mental stress due to many school activities. This was followed by 29.8% who have experienced moderate levels of mental stress. Almost half of the respondents, that's 43.6%, found it moderately difficult to comprehend their instructor's lessons. Coincidentally, students experienced the same percentage of difficulty to understand their instructor's lessons in both high and low levels. Furthermore, 36.2% of the students perceive that they tend to fail in tests and other assessments at the moderate level and 23.1% at the high level. 32.6% of the respondents answered that they moderately struggle to submit necessary outputs on time, while few of them, that 7.3%, experienced very high level of struggle in submitting these necessary outputs on time. In this next figure, we see that the bar graph trend is going to the right. This signifies that the students have moderate to high physical stress. There were 34.4 and 34.8 of the students who perceived moderate to high physical stress due to many school activities. Many students, like 37.1%, also complain that they experience high levels of stress in terms of lack of rest and sleep. Students appear to be moderately to highly challenged as they skip meals to cope with many school activities. This experience appears to justify the feelings of these students of being sickly and unhealthy that is moderately experienced by many of these respondents. In a nutshell, most students are moderately to highly stressed as they struggle to keep a healthy physical lifestyle. Differences in financial challenges are presented in Table 5. Females perceive greater financial problems in their family than males. On the other hand, male working students experience a significantly higher level of stress and difficulty than female working students. Male students also are significantly challenged than females by lack of laptops and gadgets to use in their scholastics. Meanwhile, there is no significant difference in the environmental challenges experienced by males and females. This means that both sexes feel that their parents love and support their undertakings. They both have a little problem in having an unstable family relationship, but most of them have a good, stable family relationship. Both sexes experience a little distraction to other family responsibilities. Both sexes experience a little noisy working environment, and some are distracted by social media and other online games are displayed in this table. Females appear to be experiencing significantly greater mental stress due to many school activities compared to males. However, both sexes are comparably affected by lesson comprehension difficulties, instructor comprehension issues, failures in tests and assessments, as well as struggles in the submission of necessary outputs on time. The results in Table 8 are critical. The differences in physical challenges group according to sex is presented here. Across all items, significant differences in various physical challenges are evident in both sexes. And it appears that females are prone to a lot of physical stress. Females perceive that they experience a significantly higher level of stress due to many activities than males. Similarly, females experience significantly higher stress due to lack of rest and sleep. The same cohort are also significantly challenged because they tend to skip meals due to many school activities. They likewise feel sicklier and unhealthier at school than males. Finally, this result shows that females are also having greater struggle to keep a healthy lifestyle than males. This next discovery is heartbreaking, but it also has many practical implications in our educational system. Table 9 shows the correlation matrix between students' financial challenges and their socio-economic status. Across the board, there appears a very high significant but relatively weak relationship between financial challenges that students experience and their socio-economic status in their family. For instance, the lower the income of the student's family, the greater is the possibility to experience financial problems. The table also shows that when the family's income is low, there is higher possibility for the family's breadwinner to struggle in financially supporting the student. Relative to this, The lower the income of the family, the greater difficulty the working student experiences. It is also evident that students coming from low income family is more likely to experience financial setback to sustain their studies. Similarly, students whose family are poor will more likely to experience problems in the availability of laptop and gadgets that they can use at school. These two figures are the correlation diagrams showing significant relationship between environmental and mental challenges vis-a-vis the income of the students' families. The poorer the students were, the more unstable family relationship they have. On the same manner, students whose family belong to lower socioeconomic bracket seem to experience distractions due to other family responsibilities. Also, a significant relationship can be observed between the income of the student's family and their struggle to submit necessary outputs on time. This implies that students who are poor seem to have difficulties in the submission of necessary scholastic requirements. Here are some of the implications of the results in this present study. Several literature prove that many students experience financial challenges. It must be noted that these financial difficulties of these students have a damaging effect on their academic performance. On a more positive note, there are published studies that would show that parents strongly support their children in their university schooling. Though parents may seem to have difficulties in balancing responsibilities, they tend to support their children. We can also notice in the results about the distraction of these students on social media. This is referred to as digital distraction. And social media is indeed one of the most challenging reason for this internet addiction and digital distraction. Both social media and games pose serious problems that can lead to critical issues in students' life while they are in the university. Moreover, according to Huge and Byrom, they recognize that academic contents and practice have potential negative impacts on students' mental health. So, as students' mental health issues prevail, these have a corresponding considerable impact through their campus environments. Other implications in this present study tell us that the struggles of low income students are actually mostly unknown to many educators, and that females are more prone to stress due to their attitude towards it, and that financial stress is a barrier, a huge barrier to success. And lastly, family responsibilities are a major barrier to achieving academic goal. With these significant novel findings and implications, it can be summed up that families of many students were highly challenged financially and physically. They also experienced moderate environmental and mental challenges. Females seem to be more stressed than males, and poor students tend to experience greater financial, environmental, and mental problems. Therefore, appropriate mechanisms must be employed to help students overcome these challenges they experience in the university. It is therefore recommended that HEIs should open greater opportunities of financial aid that targets low-income students, implement workshops focused on stress and time management and study skills. HEIs should seriously provide access to mental health resources and counseling services on all its campuses. HEIs should have proactive initiatives to encourage healthy eating, physical workout, and ample sleep. Schools should promote a balanced lifestyle amid academic pressures. Awareness campaigns must be launched to raise awareness about the different challenges faced by female students as well as learners from low income families. These campaigns will cultivate an inclusive and supportive higher education environment. These initiatives can create a more viable and supportive environment for students to thrive and succeed. Not only did this present study address the theme of the conference about empowering education and fostering resilience, but it also addressed three significant sustainable development goals. That is goal number 3, good health and well-being, goal number 4, quality education, and goal number 5, gender equality. These are the references in this present study. With all these significant breakthroughs, the most important breakthrough is the salvation of our soul in Jesus' mighty name. There is no other name given under heaven for us to be saved, only in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, Dimsu, for funding this study, and to God be the glory.